TypeScript configuration with tsconfig.json. Now, when we initialize TypeScript at the beginning of this video, this file was created. Now, this file has a bunch of properties that you can set, and basically all of this is telling TypeScript how it should work in your project. I'm not going to be diving into all these configurations in this video. I'm going to be doing that in a separate video, but the TypeScript documentation is a good place to understand some of this configuration, where you can see how different thing works and how exactly it configures TypeScript, or what exactly it tells TypeScript to do. One of the examples I can show you in this video is that there is this property which is part of compiler options. It's called no implicit any. Now, when you have this as false, TypeScript is not going to complain when you have an implicit any. Let's see an example of an implicit any. Let's say we have a function called print, and this takes a message. And because I didn't type this parameter explicitly, it's going to have an implicit any type. If I should hover on it, you can see parameter message implicitly has an any type. But I could also come here explicitly and say this should be any. But now with this implicit any type, TypeScript is not going to throw an error for this. If I try to compile this from TypeScript to JavaScript, it will compile just fine. But then if I come to my tsconfig and I say no implicit any true, now TypeScript is going to throw an error. It's going to tell us that parameter message implicitly has an any type. So either I explicitly type this as any, or I can explicitly type it to something else. But if I leave it like that, where it would have an any type, which is the default if you don't provide types, TypeScript is going to complain. So this is how this tsconfig allows you to configure TypeScript in different ways, and how TypeScript should behave with your project. Like I said, I'll cover that in a separate video, and I'm going to link that in the video description. But I just wanted to give you an idea of why this file exists and what exactly it has to do with TypeScript.